Hey, you guys. Welcome to Melissa Valentine's Nursery. My name is Melissa, and today we're here with Vivi. And today we're going to talk about how the urge to collect is like irresistible, and that there is a scientific, there's scientific research to back that up. You guys know I have a nerdy side to me. Through and through, I am a nerd. I'll go and I'll Google things. I'll Google just anything for information. And so here we are with some research-based stuff about collecting. But before we get started, you guys know I've told you in the past, I am now partnering with Babeside. So they are sending me a baby. So I'll have that baby in no time. And you guys, here's my video. Now, you all know, and you are very aware if you watch me frequently, that I don't discriminate against any type of babies whatsoever. I support our artists, but at the same time, I also understand that everybody comes from different economical dynamic backgrounds. We have different demographic backgrounds. Our pocketbooks all look different. So I'm working with Babeside to help you guys get an affordable baby. Babeside, check out their website. If you go to their website, there's dolls for everybody. You guys, the holidays are coming up. Christmas is coming. Take advantage. I am now a sponsor, and you could save yourself 20% on any baby on that website, as long as they don't coo. They're not the electronic ones, but it doesn't matter because you can get a full body silicone, you can get a full body vinyl, and you can get a vinyl baby with a cloth body. Check it out on Babeside. Babeside has a website at babeside.com, and it has something for everybody. They sell everything from silicone babies, they have sales, they have heartbeat and coo babies. You can shop by all different categories, all different price points. You've got price points from the $0 to $20 price points all the way to more than $200. They are selling cloth, vinyl, and full silicone babies. You could shop by different occasions as well as different sizes to satisfy everybody's needs. You can use United States dollars, UK, Canadian, Australia, and euros for your purchases. Look at here. They have all sorts of pretty little babies and accessories. This is their main page, but you don't have to spend a fortune. So just take a look. And if there's a baby that you find, for instance, this one that's $50 here that I just clicked on, if this one's even on sale. But look at this beautiful little baby here. 20-inch little infant girl. And if you go down, you can decide what you want her to wear. Pink, purple, colorful, blue, cloth body, vinyl body, right? Let's do cloth body because I like cloth body. And then if you go all the way down, go to add to cart, go to your cart at the top, and you use the coupon code Melissa. So if you put in Melissa, which is my name, and you apply it, you will go ahead and you will save yourself money and get $10 off. So take advantage of this. Go to the website, check it out, and don't forget to use your coupon code Melissa at checkout. Thank you guys for letting me share this sponsorship with you. I really appreciate it. Go on there, check out their babies. You may find something you like. Don't forget to shop for family. You have nieces, nephews, yourself. You know we all love babies. We all love dolls. Take advantage of this offer while it's available now. Thank you. Back to your video. You guys, that's my sponsor video. So if you guys go to that website, a lot of those babies, they sell them on Amazon, but you can actually get some of them. You can get them on that site for 20% off using my name, Melissa, for a limited time. So Christmas is coming. If you have nieces or nephews or whatever, you know, so you'll see some of that in some of my videos for a little while, you know. I gotta have coffee. I heard that people that drink their coffee strongs have a high IQ. I don't know how true that is. I heard that on the radio. So, let me tell you. Let's go back to the actual reason for the video. But I thought that was cool that I'm sponsoring them. And so that's what you'll see. I'll somehow cut it into the video. So I was on Psychology, an article on Psychology Today. And it was an article by Dr. Shirley Mueller. It's an article from 2020. So it's a little old. Oh, my back. Oh, my God, you guys. Whew. It's Sunday, but I've been very busy this Sunday. I'm always busy. I'm always busy. But, so anyway, let me go back to this article, you guys. Here we go. My ADHD at play. So the main question, right? You know, in science, when they do research, there's a question. There's a question, and that question has to be answered. And that's in any scientific research or any scientific experimentation. So the question was, why? Now this isn't based in America, okay? So if you're watching from the UK or Australia, because I know some of you do, this still pertains, okay, to your collecting, okay? We're all humans. We are, you know, same, you know, makeup. All right. So it says, why do the 33 to 40% of Americans that collect? Now, don't ask me how they know the percentage, 33, because that was, so I practice discernment when I read any type of article. It's very important for you to think for yourself. So when I read things online, when I don't listen to the news anymore, unless it's something that's super important, TV, trash, I use discernment. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? All right, so why do we collect, right? So science says that it's because of reinforcing factors. Now, if we think about that, reinforcing factors. When we collect, there are things that trigger us in positive ways, positive triggers, that keep us going, right? That get us, want us to collect more. But we're going to dive deeper. So the rarity, you know, like this is from more or less like custom made dolls and stuff. But I mean, it could apply, you know, to the hobby itself, because this is a very niche hobby. This isn't like something that you walk down the street and, you know, half the people are collecting dolls, right? Dolls in itself is pretty niche. A lot of people do it, but it's not like collecting stamps or, you know, stickers or whatever. It's the rarity or the one of a kind or the uniqueness, right? That stimulates the area of the brain that says this is different. It makes the brain click and say, this is something that is different. So, and it's an actual real phenomenon that was researched. So this was called, they did a research experiment called the oddball experiment. And so it has to do with what we're talking about with the rarity and our brain clicking and saying, cool, different, you know? So this experiment registered brain activity using functional magnetic resonance machine. So when participants saw normal pictures, there was normal pictures come up, right? It was regular brain activity, but then they seen weird stuff pop up, right? And it stimulated a part of the brain for the unusual, right? And some of that we get like a pleasure. We get a pleasure as humans. We get a pleasure for the different. Things intrigue us, right? Something that doesn't happen all the time. We're in traffic. There's a really bad wreck. I mean, it's bad. There's a body on the concrete. There's, you know, a car, it's mangled. And what do? You rubberneck. Everybody does it, right? So, you know, the unique, the different, the out of the ordinary, that triggers something in our brain, okay? So in collecting, we seek that uniqueness, right? It stimulates this pleasure centers of the brain. Okay. You guys, I'm jotting down I wrote notes. I always write notes. So I make sure I get all my ideas out there. Okay. So we like that newness, you know, the new baby, the box openings, whether it's Amazon, AliExpress, Temu, reborns.com. We get this trigger in the brain that it's a new item, right? And when we get it, is it beneficial or not, right? We get this baby, we like it. We get this baby, we don't like it, right? Is it beneficial? Is it not, right? Is it gonna hype us up? Is it gonna pleasure us in the ways that we like it, right? When it comes to our dolls. So then the newness wears off because that's normal. That's innate. We're born with that. You know, and research has discovered this. They've researched some of this. They've discovered some of this, and it's that uniqueness that draws us, right? It's that curiosity of what's different. And then we get that new baby. Is it beneficial? Is it not? Now, you guys, these are dolls. They have therapeutic purpose, but do they wash our dishes? Do they take our kids to school? Do they, you know, so we get the thrill, and we know that, the thrill, oh, new baby, blah, 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 blah. And then you know, it doesn't really serve a purpose in our functional life as outside of the therapeutic, you know, thing, you know. So the newness will wear off because we will get re-stimulated by something else that we see. Okay, so science says this has an evolutionary benefit. Remember, I was talking about our innate quality. This is an innate feature that humanity has, okay? So science says this may have an evolutionary benefit for us. It also recognition and admiration by other fellow collectors stimulate the brain the same way. So we love when people say, oh, what a nice, beautiful baby. Oh, wow. Look at that beautiful high-end baby she has. Oh my God, I do this. Look at that silicone baby. She must have paid like $4 or $5 grand. That baby is so hyper realistic. So some of that is we love that attention. How many of us take our babies out? How many of us, YouTubers, right? I show my babies, right? In my year of YouTube, I have upped my game. I've made trades. I have finagled money to buy up in the reborn world, right? Because I was buying babies for $150, $200, staying in that neighborhood, and then I upped my game and upped my game and upped my game, but I was making trades and everything, right? So we like human nature. We like the attention. We do. We like the attention. We like the uniqueness. And they think that this is also like an evolutionary tool for us. Okay. That curiosity gets us, we get that baby home, and then we're like, all right, so it's a doll, it's sitting there. And sometimes it really strikes us for a while and keeps us occupied. But then a lot of times the newness wears off. You know, I'm doing a series to kind of like ignite the flames with you and your doll. You know what I'm saying? In a collector fun way, right? My last video, I was talking about, you know, how we can kind of alter our dolls and how we, you know, within our comfort levels, right? You guys, I gotta drink that coffee. I didn't even feel like doing videos today because I was tired, but I said I have no caffeine in me. All right. So science is studying this, and they're saying a lot of this has to do with our evolutionary role. It's an evolutionary role, you know? And so that's just built in us. It's what we like. It's what pleasures us. And, you know, it's spikes in interest, right? Like, you know, if we see something different on the street, somebody that's dressed a certain way, maybe, you know, a lot of people have different color hair, but maybe we see that one person, I'm trying to say this loosely because I love everybody, you know, but it's not every day. Okay. Like, I love Reborn Taddy. I love him to death. I was, when I first seen him, if you go to see Reborn Taddy, he is amazing. amazing. He makes beautiful babies. Oh, he's so amazing. But you know how I found out about him? I was sitting on my couch and I had just watched a doll video and I got busy and I was doing something else. And he popped up on the video. And I didn't think in a million years it was a doll video. And it was. Now, I'm a nurse. I go to work at night. I come home. I work right now with like a lot of geriatrics. I've worked with younger people in the past, but in my daily, and I'm in South Carolina. I'm in a very conservative part of South Carolina. Okay. So it's not every day where I go out and I see people with tattoos. I see tattoos on the arms, but I don't go out and see people with like altered ears or tattoos. Or the most piercings I've seen on the face was like a lip, or I have a nose one, an eyebrow. But it's very rare that you see anybody with a display of body art in my area of the country. And so I was very interested. It was that innate curiosity that human nature has. And I was like, what? Who is this, in the reborn community? I don't know this person. Who is this? And I was like, in the normal world, I've never met anybody quite like this. And for a minute, I started like, anytime he dropped a video, I was like binge watching. And sometimes I watch it again. And I was like, this is so amazing. And I had told Sandra about him. And I said, Sandra, you got to check out this. This is Reborn Tatty. We love you. We love you. But this is how it started with me and Sandra. And she was like, he's cool. He's cool, And I'm like, yeah. So then, I still watch him, but it died down because life, things happen. He served that purpose constantly for a minute where I was like watching for a few days, like just constantly like Reborn Tatty. Oh my God, this is cool. Blah, 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 blah. You don't see anything like this in the community. He's awesome. Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, like it dies down because I have to go back to what serves the purpose in my life, work, my house, whatever. And then I just started going right back into my normal reborn routine, watching this person. Reborn Tatty had a video, watching him. It just came back normal. I started watching everybody else again when I could. I skip around a lot when I do. So, you got to remember that's human nature. That's human nature. So, and that's how it is with our dolls. We get our dolls, we love them, we hold them, blah, blah, blah. And then over time, we still love our dolls, but that thrill lessens. And and I feel like when they didn't go much deep into it, but when they talked about like that was like an evolutionary thing for us, that helps us. I think they're trying to talk about how we evolve, and when we evolve, we like adapt, and we take what we have that curiosity to say, oh, can we use this in our everyday life? And we adapt it to our everyday life if we need it, and then we let go what we don't. So I feel like some of that has to do with our pleasure centers, and our curiosity works together, and we take it in, we grab it, okay, beautiful, nice, oh, we like, okay, and then it dies down, and then the next fix, or the next curiosity, the next pleasure, our pleasure center gets ignited because of that curiosity and that uniqueness and that one of a kind, right? So, but the article also touches on sentimental collecting, feeling closer to the past. Sandra had a baby that meant the world to her. And since then, she has let go of the past. Some of these babies have sentimental meaning. And I am a very sentimental person, very sentimental. There's a lot. I have journals. I have items that I've got. Listen, I'm very sentimental. But like my dolls, I have my first doll I ever got that was a reborn, and she means a lot. It was just that she's my first reborn. That's where that is. But some people have deeper sentiments towards objects, right? It makes you feel closer to the past. The article also touches on intellectual satisfaction, gathering from a very specialized area. So, let's see, I wrote requiring discipline, knowledge, and an eye for the unusual beauty that stands out from the rest. People who want to reborn, right? They see these babies. Oh, this is so cool. This is so different. I collect, and now I want to use my knowledge, and I want to, add on to that. So when I wanted to reborn, do you know how many reborning videos I watched? Do you know how many times I watched people root babies' heads or paint or, anything? And then I went to websites. I had websites saved in my phone, because it stimulated that intellectual appetite that I have to learn and discover, and I applied that to my hobby. So then the social motivation, that's something else the article talks about. Networking, friends, inclusion, like-minded people. And that's why we're all here. We're like-minded. We like dolls. We feel included. You should in my channel. I include everybody. I tell you what's on my mind. I tell you just about everything. I'm a little less censored on this channel on how I feel about things. However, I do it in good taste, hopefully. Yeah, I have a mouth. We all know Melissa's got a mouth at times, but I would never put anybody down. And I don't bring drama to my channel. I want to include everybody, and I want everybody to enjoy this together, right? No matter what kind of doll you collect. If it's a Barbie doll, I don't give a damn. Come on, Some people, they discuss that their collecting is the enjoyment of rearranging an organization, showing off the skills of organization, how it evolves, tastes, knowledge, and grows. So then you have people who collect reborns, and they love to show you their nurseries. Oh man, so many nursery tours out there. Oh, this is how I organize. This is how I organize. I did one because I'm trying to get organized. It's a constant struggle for me. So I figured if I showed you guys some level of organization I have around here, it put the fire under my ass to do it. And it worked for a minute. It's a mess. It's a hot mess again. So like some people, they got these beautiful nurseries, and it looks like there's no clutter and no furniture, magazine perfect, and I don't have it. So some people love to show their skills with organizing within the hobby. They'll take one thing that they're good at and they apply it. You got your artists, you got your organizers, right? You got your fashionistas. Think of all that, right? And you can apply it to your hobby, your reborns. And the other thing it touched on was it reinforces involving the anticipation. Collectors, I don't know what I wrote. Something and the joy it will bring upon arrival. Once obtained, it goes down. It quiets down. The anticipation is more pleasurable than the object. We have the object, but the anticipation has a higher pleasure to us. So collecting will continue due to this, and collecting becomes a passion. So for instance, right? For some of us, we change babies like we change underwear. Truly. People, I'm getting a baby. I'm getting a baby. I'm getting a baby. I'm getting a baby. Getting a baby. Well, before you know it, baby's been in that person's hands and out that person's hands. Because the anticipation of that baby, of that box opening, that pleasure center was ignited more so than having that baby in their hands. And that there creates that passion for the hobby. In and out, in and out, in and out. For some people, and I'm guilty of some of that, that anticipation, baby's coming, baby's coming. There's a box opening, there's a box opening. I gotta do that. That right there says a lot. And then the baby comes and it dies. Okay. So some babies, but I feel like with me, there's a factor. I don't necessarily think the anticipation is higher than the pleasure itself of having the baby there. Did I say that right? The pleasure was higher at anticipation than having the baby here. Because I have babies coming right now. I have 3 customs really. But I worked them out differently. One was cash. One was I traded my paints. I worked with some of these artists, right? Okay. I got babies coming through the end of this year. But I'm excited. But I'll be more excited when they're in my hands. My highest height of excitement is the box opening. When that baby is finally here, that's when I feel it. When I order the baby, yeah, I'm excited. Some people are super excited when they order that baby and it's not even been in the post office yet. Like, it's not even been shipped yet. And people, oh, and I have been there, but I have the highest level of excitement when that box opening comes. And then I will have that baby for a few days, and then the novelty, the pleasure of the novelty, it calms down and quiets down. And I'll, like, my Laura, she was in the bed with me ever since I got her, but she's moved out since, and she was in the cradle. My Viviana that I got from Dolls of the World Expo, Ruby Awake, she stayed in that bed with me for 2 weeks. And then I moved her into the cradle. So it's like a habit. I get a baby, the baby stays in the bed with me, then the baby moves in the cradle beside my bed, and then they go in the room with the kids, room with the babies. So, and then I do that sometimes, I trade them out. So I was looking and I found that article, and it's always nice to learn. And so my channel is an array of everything. I've included more role play in my channel, specifically because Sandra's son, Danny, he really enjoys when I role play. So every now and then I'll do that. But I think sometimes it's nice to just learn and take time out and try to get the brain going. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, yeah, I like to watch movies, you guys, to let my brain go. But sometimes I like to exercise my brain and work it out and think things out, you know. And remember, you guys, when you guys read articles and you take that information, make sure it's reputable. Make sure it's reputable. Make sure you use just like proper discernment. Your news channels are not reputable because there's a lot of personal bias. There's a lot of bias. I don't watch news. I gather the information from different sources and I make my own news in my head. So, you know, that's just how I do things. And you learn a lot when you open up your brain to things like that. And you question the world. So, but anyway, you guys, this was fun. This was something, you know, I have, not only am I a nurse, but I have a master's degree to teach. So this is something that I like as well. So you guys, thank you so much. I love it that you're here. Leave a comment. What do you think? What are you in this psychology thing? You know, you like the social motivation, the intellectual satisfaction, sentimental collecting? Is it, you know, getting that new baby, you know, what are your thoughts? So, okay, you guys, I'm going to let you go. You have a beautiful, beautiful day, and like, comment, subscribe, share, watch those subscribe buttons. YouTube is unsubscribing people from people. So just watch those buttons. Make sure you're subscribed. Love you guys. See you next time.